In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on October 30th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. Thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Knicks versus Miami Heat. The New York Knicks and Miami Heat are set to clash for the first time this season on Wednesday night in what promises to be an intriguing matchup. The Knicks, still finding their footing with a revamped roster, are coming off a disappointing loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers on Monday. Meanwhile, the Heat secured their second consecutive victory and their first home win of the season by defeating the Detroit Pistons, giving them momentum heading into this game. New York will continue to be without forward Precious Achiuwa, and there are concerns about Josh Hart's availability as he remains questionable after sustaining an ankle injury. The Heat will also be missing veteran forward Kevin Love, who is out due to personal reasons. Despite some offensive struggles, Miami's defense has been among the league's best early in the season. They are allowing just 107 points per game, ranking 4th in the NBA, and limiting opponents to 41.7% shooting from the field, also the 4th best mark in the league. Defending the perimeter has been a priority for Miami as well, as they are holding teams to 35.2% from beyond the arc, which ranks 11th overall. Offensively, the Heat benefit from balanced scoring, with 6 players averaging between 10 and 19 points per game, making them difficult to defend since opponents can't focus on stopping just 1 or 2 primary scorers. In contrast, the Knicks have struggled defensively, allowing an average of 113 points per game. Opposing teams have been able to score efficiently, shooting 49.2% against New York, which ranks 29th in the league. Additionally, the Knicks have only managed to cover the spread in one of their first 3 games, highlighting their early season inconsistencies. While neither team has truly hit its stride, the Heat have been the more consistent squad thus far. Tyler Herro and Terry Rozier have both been aggressive offensively, finding ways to play off each other and create scoring opportunities. Jimmy Butler also appears to have rediscovered his offensive rhythm, contributing efficiently. Miami's role players have stepped up, giving the team valuable depth. On the other hand, the Knicks continue to search for an offensive identity, particularly as they try to integrate Karl Anthony Towns into their lineup. The potential absence of Josh Hart is concerning, as the Knicks rely heavily on his defense and rebounding, both of which were evident in the game against Cleveland. With the Heat playing at home, where they typically perform at their best, the odds appear to favor Miami in this matchup. Games between the Heat and Knicks have been historically competitive, with the home team winning each of the last 8 meetings between the two. The Knicks, dealing with a few key injuries, may struggle to keep pace with a Heat team riding the momentum of back-to-back victories. Miami's offense remains a work in progress, but their elite defense has been a difference maker during the early part of the season. The Heat's ability to keep games low-scoring could give them the edge on Wednesday night. Despite the Knicks' current record, they have played better than their win-loss tally suggests. Their narrow defeat to the Cavaliers, a team currently in great form, showed that the Knicks can be competitive against top opponents. However, Miami comes into this game relatively healthy and in decent form. Considering the Heat's recent dominance at home and their success in this particular matchup, the Miami Heat to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both teams have leaned heavily toward the under in their first few games this season, with the under hitting in 2 of the first 3 matchups for each team. Both the Knicks and Heat prefer a slower, methodical pace, favoring half-court sets over fast breaks. New York currently ranks last in the NBA in pace, while Miami is not far behind at 28th. The Knicks have struggled to generate consistent offense, particularly from beyond the arc, where they take fewer 3-point attempts than most teams. Miami's offense, though more efficient, is averaging just 106 points per game, ranking them 29th in the league. The under has hit in each of Miami's last 2 games, as well as in the Knicks' previous 2 outings. As noted earlier, the Heat allow only 107 points per game, placing them 4th in the NBA, while they also rank near the bottom of the league in scoring, averaging just 106 points per contest. contest. Looking further back, 6 of Miami's last 9 games have finished under the total, including 4 of their last 5 games at home. Given the scoring struggles for both teams, this trend is likely to continue on Wednesday night. Neither the Heat nor the Knicks have shown the ability to light up the scoreboard consistently, and both teams prefer a slower pace that limits transition opportunities, with defense likely to dictate the outcome. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Orlando Magic versus Chicago Bulls. The Orlando Magic, currently sitting in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, are set to take on the Chicago Bulls, who are positioned 5th in the standings. This matchup is scheduled for October 30th at the United Center in Chicago. Both teams are coming off victories on Monday, with the Magic securing a hard-fought 119-115 home win and the Bulls edging out the Memphis Grizzlies 126-123 in an impressive road performance. In terms of availability, the Magic may once again be without key players Jonathan Isaac and Goga Bitadze, both of whom are listed as questionable for the game. On the Bulls side, Lonzo Ball remains sidelined, and Jalen Smith's status is also uncertain. The Magic have shown early season consistency, winning 3 out of their first 4 games, while the Bulls have been more inconsistent, splitting their first 4 matchups. Although both teams are fairly well matched offensively, Orlando appears to have a slight edge given their recent shooting form, connecting on 47% of their field goals over the past 3 games. The Magic have also excelled at the free throw line and have been aggressive on the offensive glass, particularly in away games, where they are averaging an impressive 15 offensive rebounds per game. This activity on the boards gives them ample second chance opportunities, a factor that could be pivotal in this matchup. Meanwhile, the Bulls' defense has struggled, allowing over 120 points in 3 of their 4 games, which could spell trouble as they try to contain Orlando's efficient offense. While Chicago's offense has shown flashes of promise, especially on the road, they struggled in their lone home game so far this season, managing only 95 points. In that contest, the Bulls shot under 35% from the field and less than 30% from three-point range. Though they've demonstrated the ability to rebound effectively, keeping the Magic off the glass may prove challenging, especially on the defensive end. Turnovers have also been an issue for the Bulls, as they are giving the ball away more than 16 times per game, which plays right into Orlando's strengths. The Magic have been active defensively, forcing turnovers and averaging 9 steals per game. On the road, Orlando is holding opponents to 110 points per contest, which suggests they have the capability to keep Chicago's offense in check. Historically, the Magic have dominated this matchup, winning and covering the spread in each of their last 5 games against the Bulls. Orlando's confidence should be riding high after Monday's victory, particularly with the standout performance from Paolo Banchero, who seems poised to continue his hot start to the season. Meanwhile, the Bulls have struggled to put together consistent performances dating back to last season, and their shooting remains a work in progress. Although the Bulls showed resilience by erasing a 20-point deficit against Memphis on Monday, the Magic have looked more composed and consistent overall. Banchero's strong play suggests he could be in for another big night, making it difficult to bet against the Magic, even with the Bulls playing at home. Given Orlando's form and overall consistency, the Orlando Magic to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have been playing at a rapid pace early in the season, which should make for an exciting, fast-paced contest. The Magic rank 15th in the NBA with a 100.25 pace, while the Bulls have been the fastest team in the league so far, playing at a blistering pace of 108.88 possessions per game. Both teams have also been efficient when it comes to shooting, as indicated by their early season true shooting percentages. Chicago is currently 15th in the NBA with a 56.4% true shooting percentage, while Orlando boasts a slightly better mark at 58.6%. Recent trends suggest that both teams have been hitting the over in their games. Orlando has surpassed the total points line in each of their last 5 outings, while Chicago has done so in 3 of their last 4 games. Offensively, the Magic are averaging 115 points per game and play at the 23rd fastest pace in the league with 103.1 possessions per contest. They'll be going up against a Bulls defense that has struggled to contain opponents, giving up 120.5 points per game overall and 114 points per game at home. This provides the Magic with a strong opportunity to match or exceed their scoring average in this game. The Bulls are also capable of putting up points, averaging 116 per game, and they operate at the fastest pace in the NBA with 111.5 possessions per contest. However, they will be challenged by an Orlando defense that has given up 113 points per game across across their last 3 matchups. With both teams pushing the tempo and neither defense performing at an elite level so far, the conditions are set for a high-scoring game. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Brooklyn Nets versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Brooklyn Nets and the Memphis Grizzlies are set to face off twice over the next 7 days, with the first meeting scheduled for Wednesday. This initial matchup will take place at FedEx Forum, the home arena of the Grizzlies. Interestingly, in last season's encounters between these two teams, the visiting team managed to win both games. As they prepare to clash again, the question remains, will this trend of road team victories continue on Wednesday night? The Nets are dealing with the absence of several key players, including Trendon Watford, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Ben Simmons. On the other side, the Grizzlies are closely monitoring the health status of star guard Ja Morant and promising big man Zach Edey, both of whom are listed as questionable for the game. While Memphis should be favored to win at home, especially against a Brooklyn team focused on future development with its stockpile of draft picks, injuries on both sides complicate things. The Grizzlies are already missing some rotation players, and if Morant and Edey sit out, Memphis will be further weakened. Even so, the idea of Memphis covering as double-digit favorites this early in the season feels too risky. Given the injury concerns and unpredictability, the Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. One major factor in this game will be the pace of play. Memphis currently ranks second in the league in tempo and will likely push the pace against a Brooklyn team that ranks in the middle of the pack in that category. The Nets have been struggling defensively on the road, allowing an average of 118 points per game, and fatigue could become a factor since they'll be playing the second half of a back-to-back. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies' defense hasn't been much better, surrendering 122 points per game, the second highest mark in the NBA. Both teams' defensive struggles suggest that Wednesday's game could be a high-scoring affair. Neither team defends the three-point line effectively, as both rank in the league's bottom third in opponent three-point percentage allowed. Additionally, each squad has a tendency to foul frequently, sending opponents to the free throw line over 31 times per game, a concerning trend that could further inflate the final score. Memphis also has trouble securing defensive rebounds, which could provide Brooklyn with extra scoring opportunities. Offensively, the Grizzlies are expected to thrive in this matchup. They'll be facing a Nets defense ranked 22nd in the league for defensive efficiency, allowing 112.5 points per 100 possessions. However, Memphis isn't much better defensively, ranking 20th with 112 points allowed per 100 possessions. As a result, Brooklyn should also find ways to contribute plenty of points in what figures to be a fast-paced contest. From a tempo standpoint, both teams prefer to run the floor and generate a lot of possessions. The Nets are currently averaging 102.3 possessions per game, ranking 6th in the NBA, while the Grizzlies are not far behind, averaging 94.8 possessions per game. With both teams likely to push the pace, we can expect a flurry of offensive possessions throughout the game, creating more scoring opportunities on both ends. The pace, combined with defensive issues on both sides, sets the stage for a high-scoring contest. Given these factors, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.